Hello and welcome to this brief overview video of MARG eBusiness setup and eBusiness apps. eBusiness is a set of apps for every person involved in the supply chain, means from companies to end customers. eBusiness has 5 apps. First is eRetail, which is an ordering app. Then is eOrder, which is made for salesmen. Then eOwner for business owners of any trade. Then is eStock, which is for companies. And eShopy for end customers. As you know that every retail shop, be it a garment shop, cake shop or a chemist shop, whichever business does retail, it has to purchase goods from its suppliers and distributors. And in today's time, the biggest problem in the process of purchasing goods is order. A retailer places order to his supplier in two ways. One, by placing the order to the salesman of the supplier who comes to his shop, and second, by going to the mandi or market and directly placing his order to the supplier himself. We'll discuss the problems faced by both type of retailers and also see that what all problems have to be faced by the distributors. Firstly, let's understand the problem of that retailer who places order on call. Some distributors receive call on phone. They appoint 4 to 5 people to receive phone calls and note orders from his customer or generate entry of those in a system. Now the distributor has to pay them 10 to 15,000 rupees salary, has to allot them a system to work on, etc. But even after so many arrangements, the distributors tend to lose some of his customers' order. Because the distributors don't know that at what time can he expect a call from his customer. Suppose if the distributor does supply to 500 retailers, so to attend 500 calls from all the retailers is impossible. Calls can be unexpected. You may receive calls when the shop is closed or there is no attendant to answer the call. And if that person's call is not answered, then the order that was going to be received from him won't be received. He'll probably place his order to some other supplier till then. So this is a problem for both a retailer and a distributor. But if the retailer uses the eRetail app, then he will have a list of all the suppliers who have registered or unregistered him in their software. He will simply tap on the supplier to whom he wants to place order and type the name of that product or item which he wants to order. If that item is available with the selected supplier, then it will show you. Then he will tap on the product he wants to order and load it in the bill. Similarly, he'll keep adding products to this bill and then save the bill. That bill which is sent by the retailer through the app will be reflected to the distributor in his software at the side of the billing screen, that is at the dashboard. Distributor will come to know that from which customer he has received order and of how much amount. Then the distributor will pass the bill in his software and send the order for dispatch. As soon as the bill will get dispatched from the distributor's side, it will get updated in the retailer's app. The retailer will come to know by looking at the app that his order is dispatched from the distributor. Now suppose the retailer wanted to order for a product which was not available with this supplier. So the retailer can make use of the option MARG Diary. He will tap on MARG Diary and type the name of the product he wants to order. As soon as he types the name of the product, a list of all the distributors will appear on the screen with whom this product is available. It will show that how much quantity is available with all the suppliers respectively. Like with this supplier, this much quantity is available, with the other one, this much quantity is available, and so on. So the retailer will simply keep selecting the supplier to whom he wants to place order and define the quantity he wants to order. Like he places order of 20 quantity to one supplier, of 25 quantity to another supplier, and 5 quantity to some other supplier, so that the relationship with all the suppliers is maintained. Now all these orders which he has generated in the app will get stored in the diary. And then to send the order to the suppliers, he will simply tap on submit and the order will be sent to the supplier. Basically, the retailer can note those products in the diary which he'll need to purchase in the future, like the way he manually notes down in a diary or in a notepad. Normally when customer walks into the retailer's shop, they purchase certain products. So as the customer starts purchasing products from your stock, then those stocks starts to become short. Now the retailer gets an idea that these products are becoming short from my stock and are going to get over. So the retailer starts to note down these short products in a notepad or in a diary. Next day when the distributor salesman comes to the retailer's shop, then he hands him the list of those short products which he had noted. If those products are available with the salesman supplier, then he notes it down and leaves. Now to arrange those products which were not available with the supplier, he contacts another supplier. And if some products are not available with him as well, then he has to contact another supplier. But if he uses eRetail app, with one click itself, he'll be able to see that which product is available with which supplier. Now let's see what problems have to be faced by retailer, salesman and distributor when the distributor salesman comes to the retailer for taking order. The distributor hands a list of all the products he deals in to the salesman. Suppose if the distributor deals in 5,000 products, so the distributor provides the list of all the 5,000 products to the salesman. Then the salesman goes to the retailer with that list. The retailer tells him his requirement of products. The salesman has to search through that long list that whether the required product is available in the list or not. If the retailer asks that whether a particular company's product is available with you or not, then it becomes very difficult for the salesman to search for that also. And the retailer would only want the list of those products in which he deals with the supplier. Means only those products which he usually purchases from his supplier. And if the salesman is new, then he himself wouldn't know that what products the retailer purchases from his supplier. To solve this problem, MARG ERP 9 Plus software has a beneficial feature called push sale. According to the past transaction of the selected customer, push sale filters only those products with which the selected customer deals in. To know about push sale option, you can go through our video push sale overview. If the salesman uses eOrder app, then in his app itself, the list of all the items will be displayed, from where he can easily search for the name of the product and also see that how much quantity is available of that product. He can also search a particular company and filter products of that company on selecting the retailer. He can see a list of push sale in which only those products will be shown in which the retailer deals in. Salesman will simply feed the order taken from the retailer in the app, and the order will be reflected to the distributor in his software. He will come to know that from which customer the order is placed and which salesman has received the order. So in this way, the retailer, salesman and distributor can easily communicate. The salesman will be able to provide accurate and fast information to the retailer. The order taking process and the process of dispatch from the distributor will get completed very quickly. So in this way, the problem of that retailer will be solved who places order on call or places order to the salesman of the distributor. Now let's talk about the other retailer who goes to the market or mandi to purchase goods. The retailer first goes to one distributor to purchase goods. He gives him a list of products which he wants to purchase. Then the distributor packs the products which are available with him. Now to arrange for the other products which are not available with him, the retailer goes to another distributor. There also he'll find some products. Then to arrange for the rest of the pending products, he'll go to another distributor. And the retailer also wants to maintain good relationship with all his suppliers. Sometimes when the retailer wants to purchase 30 quantity of a particular product, so he places order to 3 different suppliers of 10 quantity each, so that the dealing with all the suppliers is maintained. But to manage this is a very hectic schedule. Some distributors travel out of state to purchase goods. Like suppose a retailer from Delhi goes to some popular market of Mumbai to purchase goods. So such a retailer who goes out of state to purchase goods has only limited time because he has to return back or catch the return train. The retailer goes with a list in the market and waits in a long queue for his turn. Then finally when his turn comes, he places his order but not all the products are received from that one distributor. So to arrange for the other products, he goes to a different distributor, and there also he has to wait in long queues. So such a retailer who has to go out of state to purchase goods is unable to utilize his limited time. Some products remain unpurchased because he didn't get time to arrange for them. This major problem can be easily solved by eBusiness app, which is beneficial for both the retailer and the distributor. In the evening itself, the retailer will generate his order in the app. Next day, when the distributor will turn on his software, that order will be reflected on his side window in the software. Now the retailer will pass the bill and complete the packing of his order and make it ready. Or the distributor can leave his system on for the whole night. Then automatically the bills will pass through the software which are received through eRetail app. Then in the morning the distributor will just have to pack the order. Next day the retailer will just have to go to those distributors to whom he placed order and then collect his order. So in this way the retailer won't have to roam in the market in search of his products. He will just have to go to the market to collect his order. Now let's take an overview on how do these apps connect with each other. Retailer will have the eRetail app. So this is the eRetail app. Retailer will tap here to register his details. And after filling the details, tap on submit. After tapping on submit, a unique code will be generated in the retailer's app. The retailer will call his supplier and provide his unique code to him. And here the supplier will go on eBusiness setup, customer setup, and add the retailer permanently in his software by feeding his unique code. As soon as the supplier will add the retailer in his software, that supplier will get added in the retailer's app as well. Now the retailer can tap on that supplier. After tapping, certain options will appear in his app. To send order to the supplier through the app, the retailer will tap here on order. The retailer will search for the products he wants to order from the supplier. Whatever products are available with the supplier will show you. These items or these products are directly picked from the supplier's software. Now simply the retailer will select the product he wants to order, define the quantity and save the order. Now this order which is sent by the retailer through the app will be reflected to the supplier at the side window of his sale bill. The supplier will come to know that he has received order from this particular customer and of this much amount. Now the supplier will simply select the ledger of that retailer, select the pending order, pass the bill, and send his delivery boy to the retailer for dispatch. Over here, when the retailer will tap on dispatch option, then that order which has been dispatched by the supplier will be shown. In this way, the retailer will come to know that this order has been dispatched. The retailer can also tap on order list to see whether his order has been dispatched or not. Now let's see the use of eOrder Salesman app. Salesman will download eOrder app and provide his unique code to the supplier. Similarly for the salesman as well, the supplier will register his salesman in Salesman setup by feeding his code here. And this company ID will be fed by the salesman over here. After feeding the company ID, he'll tap on submit. After tapping on submit, this window will appear. The salesman can feed the order taken from retailer over here. From here he can do collection entry. If supplier has created bills tag for him, then he can download those tags in the app. And from the app itself he can select status or reason if in case the collection is not received. All the collection entry and order entry done by the salesman through eOrder app will be reflected in the software of the supplier. The supplier can then do its entry in the software. Distributor can download eOwner and view his business reports. He can also track his salesmen who are using eOrder apps. You can create multiple admins by going on admin setup. You can do multiple settings in eBusiness setup, like which all items and products should be shown in which all quantity. You can set days plan for salesmen for collection and taking orders. You can block customers. Set foundation like whether you want your customers to view their outstandings, to view their PDC or not, to view your product stock or not, and many more settings and modifications can be done in eBusiness setup. To learn about eBusiness setup in detail, you can go through our tutorial eBusiness setup. And to learn about all the options of eBusiness apps in detail, you can watch our eBusiness apps tutorial. Thanks for watching.